What happens when you take a maxed account, give it the best gear in the game, and take on RuneScape's hardest bosses? You get to see how much GP can be made in 24 hours. The catch? I only have 2 hours at each boss before I'm forced to move on. How much can we make? Let's find out starting at Phosani's Nightmare. Let the 24 hours begin. I think I'm starting with Phosani because it's one of the most hated bosses, so I might as well just get it out of the way. I'm going to be giving myself a 2 hour time limit for each boss too. So start off with Phosani, start off strong, and let's get some good drops. Oh, come on, one more hit. There we go. Honestly, the changes to make it only 3 phases instead of 4, one of the best updates Jagex could have done to this boss. But how long was that? 5 minutes? Kind of slow, but 64 magic logs to start off? Not too bad. Oh man, I made a few too many mistakes here, but minus 5 minutes or whatever it is. You hate to see it. I'll be keeping track of the 24 hours with this plugin right here, which I believe is called the in-game time tracker, something like that. But I'll also be keeping track of my supplies used with the supply tracker to see not just how much GP we made, but how much GP we profited over the entire 24 hours. What am I doing? Oh, I guess I start this video off just trolling, I guess. All right, now that we're done trolling, what do we get? 522? Not too bad. Wow, Rune Arrows is awful. I might be losing money right now. Well, I definitely am after that death, but like, whew. All right, third kill. What do we get? I still don't know if that covers supplies, but I guess not the worst thing we could have gotten here. Oh, that was clutch. Oh, that was the clutch kill. At least that makes up for that death from last time. 14 brews? Like, I know 80k is good, but I can't fit that many. I think that was one of the faster kills of this run. What am I supposed to do with all this unnoted stuff? Ugh, what a waste of potential money. I don't know how many kills in at this point, but I think I'm finally warming up and not just risking every kill. But I'm pretty sure we're losing money. I don't know why. Yeah, I thought we got something and my jaw dropped, but it was just coal. Oh, that's probably the best drop we've gotten so far, but we're also 30 minutes away from moving on to the next boss, so stay tuned. Ooh, a new PB. I mean, nothing good, but that was a good kill. I two-shot almost every pillar there. I think I've got time for 2 more kills, but oh man, this is not looking good. The drops that are like this are crazy, but I really do think I have one more. Enough time for one more kill, and then we see how much you made and we move on. 22 hours left on the dot. I almost PB'd on that one too. More unstackable drops, but time to see approximately how much we made. So in total, we got 19 kills and made about 950k. But because Scythe and Shadow are so expensive to use, and all the thralls and death charges, and of course the pots too, we used 3 mil in supplies. So we actually lost 2 million GP during that 2 hours, which is insanity. So the only way to profit off of Hosanis in max gear is if you actually get a good drop. So we're moving on to something that actually make us profit even with the supplies. And the next place we're going is Yama. So I have a bunch of dual Yama experience and I have some solo kills, but I figured the next 2 hours, Yama sounds like a good place to be. Okay, a little rusty on the Dono Fly there, or Mono Fly, I don't know, but all things considered, not too bad, not too resource heavy, and of course we just got supplies, but pretty good overall. The flying went better there, but still not great. All right, I mean 200k, that's better than anything we got at Nightmare earlier. Now that's how we fly. Of course, you get more supplies, but okay, I'm getting back into the rhythm of how to do this. So I think these skills are going to be pretty good. Yo, all I'm getting is supplies, which I mean, I'm banking after every kill anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But come on, we need some money. We're coming up short on everything here. Ooh, okay. 2.3 mil, that makes up for the entirety of the fact that we lost money at Fosani. It literally makes up for all of it. So now I think we're officially in the green. Okay, another 200k. So between supplies, 200k drops, and Oathplate charts, no, we're gonna bank from here for sure. Woo! Okay. I don't know if we'll lose this elite, but just another 1.2 mil. I mean, we take those. I also started bringing more mage switches because I just keep messing up the Dono Fly, or I'm not dealing with the jellies with that stall method because I lost the tiles and I honestly I just don't want to look it up. So if I'm gonna be maging at all, I might as well be in max, right? Ooh. Let's see if we get an Oathplate piece. Aw. But we're officially under the 21-hour mark, which means we have 1 hour of Yama left. And honestly, Yama has not disappointed. Another lockbox back to back. You know what? 50% more darts is 50% more profit. Oh, it's been a while. I think probably like 30 or so minutes, but just casually another 2.3 mil. I just can't complain. I can't. It's so good. Ooh, a dossier. Such a fancy word. I think I've got time for 2, and if I'm like absurdly lucky, maybe 3 kills. But let's see what we get. Bloodied Blows. How much is that? Oh, I mean, 120k, not a bad drop, all things considered. All right, last Yama kill before we move on. What do we get? Just like we started, some supplies. All right, but let's go figure out how we did at Yama. So after the 2 hours of Yama, we got 19 kills, and we made a whopping 7.7 mil. And compared to Fosani's, our supply cost was only 1.9 mil. So we made 5.8 mil in profit. And honestly, after the negative 2 mil start, we're in the green again. Next boss on the list is Muspa. And even though Fosani and Yama had giant loot potential, it's not that Muspa doesn't. It has Venator shards, but other than that, the average kill is like 200k. It's super quick, and we might as well see how consistent money plays out versus loot potential of something like Yama. All right, first kill. Let's see. A lot of stuff that. What's with me in supplies this run? This is crazy, but I guess some restores, some ancient essence, and the rest stays on the floor. Okay, 100k. I mean, we really can't complain. Just pick that up, and we're good. That was a fast kill. Oh my god. Yeah, almost PB'd. 300k. It just doesn't get better. Or it keeps getting better, rather. Fast kills, good drops. We keep going. I almost PB'd. I was only 2.4 seconds off. That's crazy. That's what? 4 ticks? Jeez, I was hitting like a truck, but looks like it stays true. Faster you go, the more Jagex rewards you. Ooh. All right. 222k for that. I mean, I honestly can't complain. That's so good. This has been great money. I think we've made more than we have at Fosani already. And it's only been 30 minutes. And another 300k. I'm speechless. Look, I know Muspa is super consistent, but this is way better than I was hoping for. And I'm honestly in shock because there's endgame bosses that are not making this much money. Fosani. But like, unless you get a unique, like, bosses just don't give you this much. And Muspa said, me, I pay out. A spirit seed. All right. I'm pretty sure that's like kind of rare, but whatever. I don't know, maybe we'll turn it into the farming guild and get like the extra 10k profit. Yo, these D legs are just raining in. Quick pit stop at the farming guild. Trade in just one. Take all. Of course, I don't have the inventory for it, but let me see something. Okay, it does track the seed pack. Cool. All right, so we will go over here. Bank all these seeds. I don't even know what they are. Take all some more. Get nothing. And a bonus 160k. Honestly, really can't complain. Oh, that was an awful kill. Look how many spikes. But I guess it's a good kill or a bad kill, and you make all the money. But we're about an hour in, and let me tell you, these bolts, Snapdragon seeds, and Dragon Plate legs are absolutely just carrying Muspa right now. But if we get the pet, I'd be so happy. I've always liked this pet, but never liked the boss enough to just fully grind it. So if we get the pet, I'd be stoked. more dragon bottoms. Legs, plate skirts, don't matter to me. Just bring them in. 160k a pop is just wild. Again, just, you know, I know that Muspel is boring. I know that the money bosses, like the big three, Zulrah, Vorkath, and Muspel are boring. But if you just need to grind a bond and you've got, you know, however much time to just get that much money, this is it. Like, this is so much extra money per hour for really no reason. I mean, after all that hype, that's just an awful drop. But hold on, let's price check just this inventory where I got, you know, 600k from the main drops. Oh wait, I lied. 760k from the main drops, and then eight up to 800k, so 140k from the, or 140k. What am I saying? 16, 26, 40k from the others, and then another 40k from Ancient Essence. Like, you really just can't beat that. The extra drops on top of the main drops added almost 200k. It's just too good to pass up. Another elite. I got one from Yama, I think. I don't know, maybe towards the end, if I'm feeling it, I'll do all the clues I've gotten, but for right now, I don't think it's worth it. Oh man. I was out of food and I was really pushing my luck there. Oh. I mean, it's not really worth anything. I'm not gonna high oak it. But I did want to spare one, so if I ever wanted to tinker with some stuff, I could bring both the Ice Scepter and the Blood Scepter at the same time. I mean, not a bad drop. Just a side note, why don't we make nothing? Because I don't remember how to make this. Hold on. Okay, so I think we take this to him. All right, cool. So now we have the Blood and the Ice Scepter. Because I think there's a dialogue between putting new gems in. So it's like if you wanted to bring both for something, it's kind of not viable. So I had a couple of things in mind that actually could use both, maybe for a future video or something. It never gets old. It's just so good. And then the smoke runes as an extra just 20k. All right. I don't know what happened to my mic in the last couple clips, but we got 47 kills at Muspel in the last 2 hours. In total, we made 6.5 mil, and supplies only cost 1.8 mil, which is the lowest so far. So in total, we profited 4.7 mil. But I am looking forward to where we're going next. I think it's time for us to do our first raid, TOA. And starting off with Baba because I do as fast as I can. And oh, I gotta start the timer. And I'm doing 500s because I think I should be able to do 3 in an hour. Or 3 in an hour. 4 in 2 hours. I don't know. I don't even know where 3 in an hour came from. But I do think I should be able to get a 4 in 2 hours. So let's get a move on. Yeah, apparently I have no idea what I'm doing. 33 HP, 14 prayer. I'm a pro, don't worry. All right, first room done, and on to the next. And Kefri was just as easy as I remember it to be. It's honestly, it's been a long time since I've done a raid, especially a 500 in max gear. First, I forgot how much they actually nerfed Toa and how much easier it is. But also, this is going so much smoother than I thought it would. I love the fact that you can ZC Biaka now. It just makes the room so much smoother. Let's see, do we get a natty? I love checking to see if I get a natty. Oh. It's like a heat check, you know? Oh, I forgot to drop something. And we're good. This is one of my favorite transitions because it's no tick loss if you're using a 5-tick weapon. And it looks so cool too, just watching Akka follow you and not be able to do anything about it. Not as clean as I'd like, but we made it through. Only used 1 dose, 2 doses used in total so far. So we're about to have some fun with adrenaline and ZCB specs at Zabak over here. Oh, big BGS. We hit one of the ZCBs, but second one missed. Hopefully we don't miss too many. We can just like zoom past this. Oh, I forgot to record the end of that, but on to Warden we go. Oh no. I completely forgot that this was happening to me. I'm gonna have to play with no HD on and just base what you call it? Just a base RuneScape, because it happens with a GPU too, which is so annoying. The fact that I accidentally had a 4 down and I still made time and I had like a good amount of supplies left kind of goes to show. But let's see, do we get anything? 34 minutes of our time. Is it worth it? Oh my, ha. We actually got something on the first raid too. Hold on. No way. What do we get? Oh my god. It wasn't a life error. Thank God. 30 mil, 29 mil added to the collection. Oh, we're doing more for sure. We're running it back for sure. Also, can we look at the 34 dry streak ended over here? Because that's ridiculous. I run mainly 500s. In the last couple videos, I did like lower invos because I had like no gear. But 34 raids without a purple is ridiculous. Woo! 30, maybe 40 seconds faster. I had a 4 down again and I missed so many ZCBs, but that's how you know I got more used to it and the raid got better. But can we get the back-to-back? One tile at a time. Oh, I couldn't do one tile at a time to save my life, but White Light can't be too mad. Got Missouri Chaps last run and 750k this run. Look, this is going pretty good. Now I'm at like kind of a dilemma. I have 52 minutes left on this quote unquote boss, but you know, for TOA. And clearly these raids are taking, you know, 35-ish minutes by the time I gear and everything. So I'm thinking maybe I just bump the invo up just a little bit so it takes longer than 33 minutes and we see what happens from there. Wow, that people went by so quick without me even ZCBing, but 16 minutes left, a 525 completed. Do I have time to do another one? I mean, obviously not a 500 plus, but maybe like a 300 or something, just to burn the extra time. But let's see. Purple? Nah. All right. What's the loot here? 1.2. Nah, Toa's been paying out. Toa has been paying out. I know it's considered the noob raid or whatever, but Toa's been pretty good. All right. I think I'm going to run a 150. And if I go a little bit over time, then we just do a little less on the next boss. I think that'll just be the best way to go about it. And the last raid is done. Well, the last Toa at least. So, oh, I didn't spoil it, did I? Oh, I did, yeah. Okay. So nothing as expected, but I had to add to the loot, you know. Okay, 127k is not bad for the 15 minutes this took. Plus 99k. Wow. Okay. I mean, great for a 150. So let's go figure out how much you made. I had to use up an extra 2 minutes on the timer because I didn't realize that the raid took 17 minutes and I actually started the timer 2 minutes late. So we don't have a 16 flat left, but a 15:58. We'll lose 2 minutes on the next boss, but I think that'll be okay. But for Tombs of Amasket, we did 4 raids, 2 of them at 500 invo, a 525, and a 150. That took us 2 hours and 2 minutes, and we made a whopping 31.2 mil. If it wasn't for the Masori chaps, we would have made 2.2 mil, which isn't great, but the whole point of raids is to get uniques, right? But our supply cost was only 1.71 mil. So, all things considered, we would have profited either way. But because we hit the Masori chaps, ooh, we made so much money. So, our net profit was 29.49 mil. And I could not be happier. And chocolate bar, not worth. But let's see where we go next. The next boss up is Zulrah, and honestly, I think I'm gonna go with a really chill setup. I might switch over to the mage range setup later, but I've heard melee's pretty good. I haven't tried it, and I just want to kick back and relax while doing this. So let's get into it, and if I don't like it, I'll switch to mage and range. Wow, that actually felt really good. Not bad, about 100k, but I think I'm gonna go bank and get more prayer pots so I can just keep doing this. Yeah, that was melee felt pretty good there. What is that? The only thing worth taking is the scales there, but my god, that's awful. What? Not only did I get snakeskin, but I didn't even get a third roll. I rolled a nothing roll. Nah, I don't believe it. Ooh. I mean, it's not as many as I'd like, but or I think I low rolled the regular. I don't know why I tell it to my POH, but I think I low rolled the regular one. But all things considered, it's probably my best drop so far. I haven't been getting a lot of good stuff. Hoping to get a little lucky though. Honestly, did I just roll 2 again? What? Anyway, even though my RNG is being bad. Oh look, max cash tag on the KC too. Anyway, sorry for being distracted. Even though I'm getting trash loot overall, I'm really liking this melee method. Like, it's so chill. You barely have to think, barely have to do anything, and you just get so many kills per hour. What? That was 40. I almost PB'd on that. That's pretty, wow. 150k. Yeah, I mean, I guess what I was saying at Muspa is still holding true. The faster you go, sometimes Jagex is like, hey, have a little reward for doing good. From the fastest kill to probably my longest kill so far, but I mean, the loot's catching back up. It's actually, last few kills have been pretty good. My inventory is looking pretty good. What? That's actually, never mind. You know what? Thank you, Jagex. Money is money, and thank you for letting me even get that kill. So, no, I'm just kidding. I got scammed. That's actually ridiculous. That was another really fast one. I thought I might have even PB'd, but close, but no cigar. The drop was okay, minus the snake skin. I think we're like on rate for like the average kills per hour at Zulrah, so I guess I can't really complain. I think I got a little spoiled by having the Masori chaps, and I'm just like expecting more. Okay, that was a pretty good one too. What is that? 105, like another 150k? I mean, Money is money. Oh, that's another good one. I missed the actual kill, but another 100k plus. I think that's our first teleports too. That had so much potential to be fast, and then I just hit like 4. I don't know what happened to my recorder there, but mid recording it stopped doing its job. So, I'm saying that as if we're transitioning. What, as I was saying, that had so much potential to be fast, but then it just wasn't. I hit so many zeros, but that's a good drop. 1 hour in, and we get trash. But honestly, all things considered, 1 hour in, we're doing pretty good. Holy, that was so fast. Wow. That felt so fast and it wasn't even my PB. But, oh, never mind. This drop isn't as good as I thought. I saw the blue text. I saw the long numbers and I was like, oh, it's such a good drop. Nope. What is that? That's like the second or third time I've gotten something absolutely awful like that. My goodness. The snake skins always got to ruin it, but good drop otherwise. Oh, wow. It's funny because I read that and I'm like, that's so much. Turns out it's just another 150k, but pretty fast skill though. Now that's a banger drop. That's almost 200k. That's a good drop. The first D-Halley of the Zolor grind over here, and even though we got a low roll scales and Dragonstone bolt tips, it's a good drop. 3 more minutes left, so that means I've got probably time for 2 kills. So let's see what we get. Nothing special, just like the last half hour or so. Let's see what we get on the last kill. Last kill. Well, not great. Let's pause the timer and let's see how much we made. I will say Melee Zola really surprised me. And I chose Melee Zola for a reason. This is the second time a sandwich lady shows up while I'm doing this. Baguette? No. Anyway. Yeah, so Melee Zola really surprised me. And I chose it because I knew I would save a lot on supplies if I could camp a Serpalm instead of using anti-venoms and meleeing instead of using runes and arrows. So I feel like that might have benefited us in the long run here. So we killed 60 Zolras in 2 hours. We made 5.7 mil without any uniques. And our total supply cost was 1.1 mil. Meaning we profited 4.6 mil doing the chill melee Zolar method, and I don't regret it. So let's move on, see what we've got next. I'm sure the thumbnail spoiled it a little bit, but next up we've got the Leviathan. All right, first kill. Emeralds. I mean, I guess we'll take it. But I really wanted to kill the Leviathan because, well, firstly, it's the last axe piece I need. But also a Virtus piece sounds incredible for the loot right now. And I don't know, maybe I get a ring. Second kill. All right, that's a little better, but still not great. With the drops like that, this is gonna be a long 2 hours. Whoops. Ooh. All right, the first gold ring. I wonder if we can get a full ring. I didn't realize I had none. Let's even get a full ring. You know, I really forget just how fast some of these kills are. Like everything under 2 minutes, we're gonna kill. I don't even know. It was at like 60. or so in the 2 hours. I mean, that's pretty good. Ooh, okay. That's not too bad of a drop. Honestly, like, the kills are going by really quick, but it's like the drops just aren't all that wow, you know? So, like, it's just regular supplies and rune arrows and stuff. So, it's nice to see something worth over 200k. Myth arrows. I forget that these DT2 bosses just sometimes they just give you the finger, you know? What? I guess I haven't killed Levy since Yama came out. I didn't know it dropped Aether Catalyst. That's sick. That's a good drop. Okay. Another orb. The RNG is turning around a little bit. That's what, like our fourth 200k plus drop. I mean, oh, Levy's turning out pretty good. Bronze arrows, but whatever. We are just under an hour left on Levy. Let's see if our RNG picks up anymore. Okay. Excuse me. 730k? We take that. I was thinking about it, and I've always liked Leviathan, like a good amount, but I never really knew why. And I think it's because ZCB is actually best in slot here. And ZCB or crossbows in general aren't better than blowpipe or T-bow or Scobo at many places. So the fact that there's a chance you get a 3-minute kill, there's a chance you get a 50-second kill just from Ruby procs, makes me a little happy, you know? Oh my god, the jingle scared me. Oh, I thought I got a Virtus piece or something, but just this deformed steel bar. I know a lot of people don't like the HD plugin, but man, look at the lighting from the projectiles onto the floor. That is just so cool. It adds like so much depth to this just basic game, you know? Whoops. Okay. What a great drop. 500 extra K. But we got 5 minutes left. Let's see if we can somehow miraculously get the other 2 rolls for the ring. All right, last kill. And then we move on. What do we get? Hi, supplies. No ring, sadly, but it is what it is. Let's see how much we made. After 2 hours at the Leviathan, we got 56 kills. And even though we got a gold ring drop and not the ring, we still made a good amount of money. We made 4.1 mil. We used about 1.7 mil in supplies. So our net profit was 2.38 mil, which is honestly pretty fantastic. But here's where things get really fun because now we're at the halfway point. In total, we have made 56.2 mil. Our total supply cost has been 11.3 mil overall, and we've made nearly 45 mil profit in total in just 12 hours. So that's almost 4 mil an hour, and that's with starting Fosanis at a -2 mil for the first 2 hours. I think we're doing great. Next up is DKs because, well, first off, it's actually pretty easy, but also it is extremely consistent money because of the fact that oh, I might be dead. Hold on. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to me. My brain just turned off, even on this lore too, but here we are. Oh, and I forgot to start the timer. I'll take away some time in a little bit. I'll take away like 3 or 4 minutes, but yeah, DKs, here we come. Good money, consistent, especially when you're using your brain a little bit. You know, I totally forgot that prayer regen pots exist, and I feel like they would be incredible for this. So maybe next trip. Maybe next trip, if I remember. Okay. What, 9 minutes in and we've already got a Sears ring? Don't mind if I do. I think the only downside to DKs is pretty much after killing all three, there's like a 20 to 30-second waiting period before. So there's just a lot of downtime. But so far, we've already made 1.1 mil. It's been a little over 20 minutes. So it's like the only downside is barely even a downside. Let's go. 2.5 mil for that. Oh, that's so good. Oh, well, there goes a bunch of HP loss, but 2.5 mil added to the 700k, added to 900k. Oh, that's like 4 mil in the first hour. Oh, DKs was so worth it. All right, first trip is done. Let's pause that. 1 hour at DKs. Let's see what we've gotten. So without the rings, 1.2 mil. Most of it coming from the bones, which is incredible. And then with the rings, 4.4 mil. The only downside to DKs, other than just like sitting around and doing nothing, is the fact that the normal loot is like kind of boring other than the bones. But like, I'm not gonna get a clip of every single bone drop. That doesn't make sense. So, well, let's just get the next hour done. Round 2. Fight. Okay. Not bad. We're gonna, oh, I gotta start the timer too, but we are going to tag Prime. Oh, of course they're same ticked. And it, oh no. Well, good luck us. So if I get in range, then Rex hits me too. Oh, I do have throw. Oh, and I forgot my Book of the Dead. Well, I have Death Charge at least. All right, Tebow, you just cost a billion GP for nothing. There we go. Oh, out of food already. But since we have Death Charge, we should be able to get two SGS specs every rotation, so it'll be fine. No, not the Ring of Life. The same drop rate as all the other rings, but we've gotten lucky, so I can't complain too much. 30 more minutes, and we really haven't gotten anything good. So hopefully another ring before the end. If not, see you guys soon. What? Shield left half. Oh my god. It could have been a ring. A D-Axe. I forgot they dropped these. Well, I guess we take the unique, and it's better than whatever the normal average loot is. With a minute left, I think that means I just get to kill one more of each, and we call it quits. And last kill for U-Logs. All right, let's go figure out how much we made. So after 2 hours of DKs, which was incredibly chill, by the way, minus me almost dying at the beginning, you know, brain was off, so sorry. But anyway, after 2 hours of DKs, we got quote unquote 4 uniques, a Ring of Life, sadly. We got an Archer's ring, we got a Sears ring, and we got a D-Axe, which is honestly pretty good. I put in like no effort. I wasn't trying really hard. And in total, we made 4.3 mil with a supply cost of only 1.3 mil. So we made 3 mil profit in 2 hours, not even on task. On task, I can't even imagine how much quicker that is, but super good. Let's see where we go next. I was trying to avoid this place as much as I could, but alas, we are at the doom of Makaharo, or however that is said, because there is insane loot, and we missed the verse ZPCB. But There is insane loot potential and insane no arrows. So we're gonna pause that and get our arrows and come back. As I was saying, there's insane loot potential here. I've always wanted the little lobster pet. It's super cool. So get a couple treads, get a pet, and walk away with a couple 100 mil. At least that's the plan. I messed up, so that was a waste of 8 minutes. All right, our first 8 done. I'm honestly not like that great at Doom, so getting to 8 feels pretty good. I do think I'll try 9 though. I've got some good supplies left, so let's see if we can get a 9. But overall, that's not bad for regular Doom loot. I ended up panic telling. Oh man, this Doom hour is not gonna go great. Whew, I'm just not good enough at Doom. All right, we're stopping at 8 that time. I need to at least make some money off of this, right? 460k, we take it. I ran out of some supplies, but whatever. Hopefully, I get some more confidence and I can go deeper on the next ones. Another 8, but nothing special. 500k. All right, that means we're making at least 1 mil an hour at this point. So I'll take it after my first death. Okay, 70 deep delves, and I got to 11 that time. I mean, going from 8 to 11 pretty much doubled the loot. So we take it pretty much a full hour out of the way. Pretty good run. Pretty good run. All right, that was the close call. I don't know why. I felt like that entire run was a giant mess, but we got to 9. We made another 700k, and we popped the next one. Uh, Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Trying to watch Deadman All-Star highlights on the side while doing Doom, and just I'm burning through supplies. I'm dying. Just what am I doing? All right, another 9, and this is our best loot so far. 900k. We got these D legs so early. We got rune ore. Ooh, even without a unique, I think this is gonna be some pretty good loot overall. Oh my god, I almost died there. But we made it out. Another 700k, even though these bones are pretty useless because I can't sell them. Another 9, 18 minutes. I've pretty much got time for, what, 1 or 2 more runs, so let's get it. Oh man, that's not good. All right, that's the final wave. The time is up for Doom. No uniques, but let's see how much we made. After that, I think it might be time for me to go learn Doom properly after I'm done with this challenge. But for the meantime, we got 7 kills of making it to at least Delve 8 every time. We made 4.48 mil, which is actually more than we made from DKs, surprisingly. But the problem is we spent 3.21 mil in supplies. Arrows, bolts, prayer pots, thralls, everything. It all adds up. So we only profited 1.2 mil. So hopefully this next place we're going is really going to make us money. It's pretty crazy that we only have 4 bosses left to do, but the last 3 are going to be especially fun. For now, Money Dragon for the next 2 hours. All right, first kill only took 2 minutes. Oh, a minute and a half. And just 150k. Oh, this is going to be a good 2 hours. Oh, now that's a drop. What is that? That's 200. That's 250k almost. What a great first trip. Oh, I don't even have space for all the d'hide. Oh no, what will I ever do? Well, looks like I'm losing 1k. But let's see. This first trip was 3 kills, 500k. No, never mind. 660k. And that's 220k on average. No, this is gonna be fantastic. Halfway through this kill, I thought to myself, something's missing. Like, these kills are pretty fast, but something feels wrong. I don't have my salve on me. What am I doing? I was looking at the wiki during the kill, and I realized that BGS isn't the meta anymore. I haven't killed Vorkath like for real in a really long time, so I guess Void Waker is just the way to go. Gonna get my Void Waker. All right, another trip in the books. Let's see. Also, I forgot I should probably be bringing a spec pot with me. Unless I'm doing Yama, I forget that spec pots even exist. All right, let's see. This trip we got. Another 400k, 3 kills. Don't mind if I do. No way I got the Jar of Decay. I mean, it's extra GP, I guess, but that is rare. Also, look how many rune items I got. What? It took up my entire inventory. Let's make sure we get that jar. I guess. How much do these cost? Is that worth it dropping? Nope. All right, but Jar of Decay. Let's see. 1 in 3,000? Oh my god. You know what? Cool drop to have. Nice clog to get. Just inching my way towards the next tier. Another trip in the bin. Let's see. I actually think we got some pretty good stuff this time. Or maybe I'm just, well, there's a team's ping to scare somebody again. But hold on, let's pick up all our loot. And we got, it's crazy how we get 150k by default every trip just from that. 400k, not bad. Whoa, 400k from one drop is crazy. I had 3 Dragon Bolt drops in total, so here comes the money. Okay, the first Vorkath said, not that I need it, but always a cool drop to see. And I think this loot was pretty average, minus the Onyx bolts that were pretty good, but the Wrath Talisman balances it out to be pretty bad. It is what it is. Just under an hour left of Vorkath, and last couple of trips have been probably the most average trips you've ever seen. So we just keep going. I swear it's the last kill of the trip. I'm doing 3 kill trips that are always the good loot. Everything else is just like average. There's only 7 minutes left of Vorkath. It has been a long ride of just nothing good. But finally, this trip, this was a good trip. Minus that uncut diamond right there. This was a good trip. Sorry. Let's alch these and then price check what we got. Yeah, 568. I've been getting a bunch of like 250, 300k trips. Happy to see something like that towards the end, but I think I've got time for maybe one more trip, maybe one more trip and a couple kills. We'll see. All she wrote for Vorkath. Nothing special here, but let's go check how much we made. In the 2 hours, we got 61 kills. We made 9.5 mil and got the jar as a collection log, which is awesome, not awesome. It only cost 60k, but a 1 in 3k drop, we'll take it any day. Supplies only cost 886k, so in total, we profited 8.6 mil in the 2 hours at Vorkath. Now, the last 3 bosses we've got left, those are going to be the most fun bosses of the run, in my opinion. So stay tuned. Next up, we've got the Colosseum. I know it seems kind of weird because like the Inferno makes no money, but Colosseum actually makes a good amount of money. And sadly, I'm not great at the Colosseum, so I'm bringing Mage. I know, call me a noob, Grandmaster Scrub, but that's all right. We're going to see how much money we can make from the Colosseum in 2 hours. We're going for completions, but if we get a unique, we're going to leave with the unique because I want to prioritize money and I tend to die to nothing, really. Well, I really do suck at the Colosseum. I'm telling you, I have no idea how I got those CAs done. Well, I do. I practice a lot and died a lot, but still. All right. First soul, here we go. You know, only 40 minutes later after that death. But, all right. I know I just divined and I brewed right back up. I know, I know. Oh, I forgot my Elder Malt, whatever. All right, we're double clawing. First soul, let's go. All right. Not the cleanest soul, but we'll take it. And not the best loot, but we'll also take it. Oh, wait. 2 mil. All right. And at the end, we'll gamble all of the quivers. You know, I say that as if I'm going to have 50, but we'll be gambling them and see if we get the pet. But 1.7 mil, not too shabby. Okay, 2 in a row without deaths. That's crazy. All right, let's see. Taking the quiver out, 1.9 mil. I mean, not bad. Maybe if I speed it up a little, I can get 2 more. I'm going to try and squeeze in 2 more and see. I could have sworn I trapped the ranger and I just didn't. So I guess I'll be watching that back. Not my cleanest soul, but we'll take it. I took my sweet time during the waves because I mean it's gonna be my last one anyway. So 2.3 mil on the last one, easy. Yeah, I definitely wasn't gonna have time for for a fourth one after that death. So let's bank that quiver or let's take out all of the quivers and let's gamble them. I have a spare quiver. Gamble. Nope. How about number 2? Nope. And one more. Nope, pet. Never lucky. All right, on to the next boss. You know, before we go to the next boss, I forgot about the stats. And even though I died twice, so that's 2 KC I couldn't get. I did get 3 KC, which made it 5.98 mil. So nearly 6 mil. And the total supply cost was only 2.3 mil. So we actually profited 3.7 mil from just 3 Coliseum KC without any uniques. That's crazy. This next boss has a lot of potential and is honestly one of my favorite bosses to kill. So let's get going. Next up is Vardorvis, and honestly, probably my favorite standalone boss. Like, it's better than probably every boss that's not raids, in my opinion. So let's give it a go. Maybe I should get a Soul Reaper X for this, huh? Because the beginning was really slow. The end was fine. But 2 hours has begun. All I get is supplies. What is this? Supplies over here, supplies over here. I went to bank really quick and I got supplies to kill before that. All right, Jagex, I get it. You want me to be healthy, but come on. What is that? All that hecticness to give me bronze javelins? Oh, man. This game is just something else sometimes. And then mind runes? No, wait, bronze javelins and mind runes in the same trip? Nah. Jagex is trolling me. Just like at Levy, the jingle got me. I was like, oh, what'd I get? Just another deformed steel bar. All right. The first orb. I mean, that's 400k that we'll take. Okay, and that's probably the best regular drop we've gotten so far. Like, besides the orb, but that's a, kind of a unique, right? That last kill was 404 and the drop, not found. Okay. 760k from one Vard drop? I mean, that's wow, like, I'm so shocked I can't even speak. That might be the best drop that's not a unique, I think. But we take it. All right. Another trip done and less than an hour left of Vardorvis. Then we move on to our final boss, so stay tuned. Okay, another orb. It's been like 40, 50 minutes since our last clip. It's just been a bunch of constant regular loot. I mean, not the worst loot, but finally something like kind of unique on KC444. That's pretty cool. All right, last kill. I mean, not a bad way to end it. Let's go figure out how much we made. After 2 hours, we got 71 kills at Vardorvis, which is a lot more than I was expecting, to be fair. We made 5.09 mil, and our supplies cost 2.8 mil, and that's a lot because of the scythe, right? What is it? 2 blood shard or 2 blood runes and part of a vial of blood for every swing. Killed 71, average kills like a minute, whatever. That's a lot of scythe swings, so that makes sense. On top of anglers and prayer pots and everything. So our total net GP without getting anything super valuable was still 2.29 mil. So still over a mil an hour with really high loot potential. But this last boss coming up, that's where the real loot is at. So let's go. And last but not least, we're going to the Chambers of Xeric. Honestly, solo chambers is such great content that I feel like people don't do enough nowadays. And while we're here, we're going to try and get as quick of a time as possible. My current PB is 1307, which I got a while ago, but that was before Gauntlets came out. That was before Treads came out. And things that made my inventory look a lot more manageable. So let's have at it. 2 hours. Let's see what we could do. All right, first KC. It's gonna be a long 2 hours, huh? No PB, but we try again on the next one. Second KC, about the same as last one, but 160k. We go again. Another ohm down. Another white light. Wow, 80k. Pretty awful, but let's keep going. Whew. Another raid. Nothing too special. Pure Essence. What is that? I mean, Chambers is notorious for them, but that's halfway done. Hopefully we get a purple in the next 4. Raid number 5. Seeing only one drop means pure essence, right? Nope. But nothing great. I guess we have 3 more to do. Nothing great so far, but after all 8, it should be about a 25% chance to have seen a purple. So let's hope. I'm just, scouting the next raid, and what happened? Okay, well, that was kind of cool. Another raid. I'm running the wrong way. I guess the coal isn't that bad, but a dark relic? Come on. All right, we've got 2 more to go. All right, another raid and another nothing. Even though, whoa, never mind, not nothing. 800k is our best loot, and I died. So 1 more to go. I might run out of time midway depending on RNG, but I'm gonna do 1 more anyway, and then call it quits. The final raid, the final boss. We're gonna milk the last one. Time expired as head phase started, so only about like a minute and a half. But let's see. All right, no purples from Chambers. About 300k to cap it off. Let's see how much we made. On a snowy day in the Chambers of Xeric, we made just about 2 mil, 2.07 mil, and we did 8 raids, all of them averaging about 15 minutes. And the total supply cost, not including the purple sweets, was 1.5 mil. With the purple sweets, it was like 3 mil, but I know most people won't be bringing purple sweets, so I won't include that in the total. So, with that being said, we netted 500k GP, or minus 1 mil, depending how you look at it. But now it's time to go sell everything and see how much we truly made. You know, it's been a few days. How much have things gone up or down since they were recorded? And GE tax honestly just steals from you. So let's go sell everything and get the lump sum in our inventory. To cap it all off, after selling everything, we made 81.4 mil. The loot tracker says 89.4, which means GE tax plus things that I left on the ground that so, you know, obviously I couldn't sell, and, you know, supplies that I used that I picked up, like at Vardorvis, for example, all of that adds up to about 8 mil, which honestly, not too bad. So yeah, there you have it. 24 hours of bossing in max, and I made 81.4 mil. And if you were to take out, you know, it was like 29 mil or something for the Masori chaps, and you replaced it with like an average, let's say 300k TOA loot, that's still, you know, 52.7 mil in 24 hours. That's more than 2 mil an hour, and that's without even sticking to one boss that's, you know, the best GP an hour. And so that's when you need to camp forever. 12 different bosses, 2 hours each, and we made 81.4 mil. I couldn't be any happier. Thanks everybody. If you enjoyed this grind, leave a sub, like the video, and let me know which one was your favorite boss and what should I do next. See you guys next time.